Hello friends, I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? I hope everything is good and great and wonderful in your world. Yesterday I talked about the action cam that I bought for the gimbal. And I got some questions about what off-brand action cam I bought and why. So I thought I'd talk about it here. First of all, the reason that I bought this was the gimbal that I bought kind of holds the action cam in this front orientation, and while it would hold like this is my Hero 3 Plus in here just fine, it would not hold the Hero Plus that I have, which has the big case on it. And the Hero Plus that I have, I like it better than this 3 Plus. So I just decided to try one of these off-branded action cams. So this is the Akaso V50 Elite action camera from Amazon. When I say off-brand, I don't know that I would consider Akaso to be an off-brand anymore. They started putting out action cameras 8, 9, 10 years ago, and at that point they were definitely just kind of, you know, attempting to fake a GoPro with really inexpensive components and sell it for $20, $30, $40. You can still get Akaso branded action cams that are $30. They're super budget, but they also make higher quality stuff. This particular V50 Elite I think sells for $130, so it's not cheap for what you get in this box, but it's still not a GoPro. You know, the equivalent GoPro, I think. This V50 Elite does 4K 60 FPS. I think that the equivalent Hero 8 or whatever it is over $300. So this is still half the price. You know, $130 for this little guy. And it comes with some nifty features. The reason that I picked this one was the 4K 60 frames per second. I've never had the ability to do slow-mo in any of my videos. This camera that we've been using for 4 years now doesn't even do 1080p in 60 frames per second. I have to drop it to 720 to get 60 frames a second. So I decided to upgrade. I had some money from doing all the spending I did in the girls' rooms from Amazon credit to upgrade to the better V50 Elite. And well, I guess I don't need to show you what's in the box right this second. Let's just talk about the camera itself. It's definitely, I guess the question is, how does it compare to GoPro? There's some trade-offs, obviously. If you're buying an action cam and you're looking at a $500 camera versus a $130 camera, there's going to be trade-offs. I don't care how you cut it. The question is whether those trade-offs are important to you or not. For one, there is no front display on this. I know it looks like there's one, but it's really just a little sticker that says 60 FPS, whereas most of the GoPros have at least something that tells you that it's recording, or how much time you have left, or how much time it's been recording. I miss that. I miss being able to look at it from the front and see. Granted, I don't often, if I'm filming myself, I'm looking at the back of the camera, but whatever. The case is kind of junk. The battery door is basically, when you put a battery in it, it bulges. So I don't know what's going on there, but it doesn't stay. It bulges out. It feels okay. It doesn't feel rigid like this, like the GoPro does. Even this old, I mean, this is an ancient Hero 3. Still feels more substantial than this little guy. This is just plastic. This might even have like an aluminum frame, I'm not sure. But other than that, batteries, touchscreen. The touchscreen seems to be responsive enough. It works well. I'm happy with the form factor. It's the same basic size and dimensions as a GoPro. There you go. The features that I wanted on this, there's a couple. One is the 4K 60 frames a second, so I can get a little bit of slow-mo. The other one is this has built-in optical correction for the fisheye. If you've ever seen GoPro footage, you know it looks kind of weird. Everything's stretched. This has built-in. I could turn it on. I don't know that I can turn it on in 60 frames per second. I think it won't. The image processing takes up some of the capabilities of the thing. So, but just for general shooting, I can turn that on, and that means I don't have to post-process to get rid of the fisheye. Now, I don't know if current gen GoPros have that feature. I would assume they do. But older gen GoPros did not. You had to put the footage into your editing software and then download some sort of GoPro mapping tool that would flatten the image for you and get rid of that fisheye look. Image quality wise, I don't have examples that I can show you. I can just tell you from my experience. The image on this is pretty blown out, meaning that it's overexposed, and the contrast is kind of cranked, so it looks, I mean, I guess the intent is to make it look impressive when you're looking at the back of this, but unfortunately when you go to edit, it makes it look a little bit harsh compared to the GoPro. Image stabilization is built into this, seems to work fine. On the gimbal I have it turned off and it looks great, so I don't have any problem with that. It's okay, and that's where it's at. Am I upset that I spent $130? I think I only spent $100 on it. No, not at all. I'm very happy with what I got. The major downside to this is the battery seems to only last like 15-20 minutes tops. With the GoPro, I can get a whole lot of footage on one battery, and the batteries seem to be very similarly sized. I mean, there's only so much room inside of a little camera like this for a battery. It's, it's a little, it says 3.7 volt 1050 milliamp hours battery, but in my experience, just coming down here and filming for a little bit on Saturday, I maybe got at max 20 minutes out of this thing being on. And it seems like just being on really drains the battery, whereas with the GoPro, it kind of shuts itself off and does a whole bunch of battery management for you, and it really stretches out the life of these, but that's fine. It does come with 2 batteries and a little charging station. It comes with a ton of accessories. It comes with its own waterproof case. This is similar to the Hero Plus's case that I have that you can put on it. I don't need it for this particular use. It comes with a whole host of GoPro compatible mounting hardware for hooking up to different things. It comes with a non-waterproof window for the back of the case in case you want to be able to use the touch screen. A bunch of zip ties and mounting plates and handlebar mounts and all that sort of stuff. It also has, and I don't know what I did with it, it has this little, it's got a little remote control that comes with a wrist strap, so you can like pause and record right from your wrist. And that's kind of neat. And it has an app. You can get the app. I don't know that I would use the wrist strap. I mean, I guess if I was using it as an action cam, if I had a helmet or something like that, just being able to hit the button to record would be cool. But again, the battery life is so short, I don't know that I would ever actually take this outside and use it as an action cam. Using it in here, I think, is the perfect use case for this little thing. Using it for personal footage in an enclosed space, or even just walking with a gimbal, taking it out, filming some stuff around. Would I want to be using this on my motorcycle or skiing or whatever? I don't think so. I don't think that it's the right camera for that. I don't know though. I've read a lot of Amazon reviews of Akaso products of all the various ranges, and people are absolutely in love with them. They think the world of them. Your mileage might vary completely. It just depends on what you're wanting from it. For $130, $100 is what I spent. I'm very satisfied with what I got. It'll do everything I needed to do in here with this gimbal. I'll be able to get some pretty great shots of everything that I've been doing, and I'll continue to use it in the future. In fact, I said the other day, and I meant it, I might replace this camera with this even for the vlog, just because it's so much simpler to deal with this than this. I don't know. I mean, that is me kind of talking out of my butt, which I do from time to time. So there you go, the Akaso V50 Elite. If you're looking for an action cam, or you're looking for something small to do you know, even just static shots around the house, it might be useful to you. I looked at quite a bit of reviews for the older models. The older models, the Akaso normal branded models that they sell are still the same one they've been selling for the last like 10 years. So I went with a more modern, updated version with more features. If you have any more questions about it, you can leave it in the comments below and I'll try to get back to you. I think that's all I have. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, and being amazing friends and wonderful people. I really appreciate you. And I will see you tomorrow. Today's word you should know is bailiwick. It is a noun meaning a person's specific area of expertise, experience, skill, knowledge, education, or authority. Foreign language is not my bailiwick, I soon realized after failing out of Hebrew school. Bailiwick, B-A-I-L-I-W-I-C-K.